Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode. Today, we're going to do the initial setup of the RODECASTER Pro 2. This is going to be very interesting for you to watch because I'm setting it up as you see it. I mean, I didn't set it up and then go back and erase everything. So stick with it so you know what to expect when you do the initial setup. 30 some years ago, I went to college to learn television production. And we had all, let's say, very non-digital stuff. So this is going to be interesting. So if a non-digital mixer person can set this thing up, you should be able to as well. Now, again, I bought this with my own money. Rode is not sponsoring this. I have no contract with them. What I'm showing you is the way it is. Okay? If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you. But I'm kind of excited to see how this works out. So come along with me. I know this was a long intro, but come along with me, see what we can see. And the plan is somewhere along the line, I'm going to try to overdub what I'm saying with the microphone through the RODECASTER 2 Pro. RODECASTER Pro 2. And you should be able to hear a big difference. Now to start off, let me just say, this is how I used to do my overdub. Just plug in my XLR microphone into the splitter end here, see if I can open this up so you can kind of see what it is. This is the Tascam DR40, all right? This is a field recorder that I used as essentially my overdub system, a kind of a mini mixer. It worked well for me for years, but I want to do something a little more, and I want to be able to stream. Can't really stream through this thing too well, even though it does have a little mini plug line out. Really didn't do a whole lot for it. And there's no mixing capabilities or special effects or preamps or anything like that in this DR40. So we'll see how things are different. I'm hoping a lot different, especially for the money I paid. Turn this to the side a little bit. There we go. Over here by the power button is where you plug in for your power. Take your power cord into your brick. Plug it into an outlet. Push on the power button. It's alive. Welcome to RODECASTER Pro 2. Take off the protective cover. Get updated. We'll try Wi-Fi, see what that does. Join network. It'll search for your network. Then once you find it, just push on whichever network it is. Put in your network password. It'll take a second, but then it'll start downloading any updates for the RODECASTER Pro 2. Once it is done, it'll restart a few times and the lights will go off and on. It's normal. Don't freak out. It may even look like it's frozen a couple times, but it's not. Just give it time. Then once you see the RODECASTER Pro 2 emblem, hit the arrow button, click on your native language. Using the selector button to the right, program the date and time.
Choose your time zone. Choose if you want to have the date and time on your home screen, and hit the arrow button. For some reason, it asks you to connect to your Wi-Fi again. Go ahead and go through the same procedure. It'll look for any additional updates, and then you get to push Get Started. It asks if you want to send any analytics to Rode. Click the Startup Wizard, and this will give you step-by-step instructions. Click the arrow button. It gives you a warning about how powerful the output is for the headphones. So turn all the headphone volumes down and hit the right arrow button. It instructs you to put all the sliders into Unity. Hit the next button, and it reminds you to turn down all the headphone volumes. Hit next. Then it instructs you to put headphones in the number 1 output. Go ahead and do that. Hit next. Listen for this music. I only had to turn it up about a quarter way. Hit next. It tells you about the combo inputs in the back of the mixer. Then you can decide if you're going to use microphone, instrument, line level, or none. We are going to start out with microphone, of course. We're going to start by setting up the AT2005 dynamic microphone. We'll set up a condenser mic a little later. As you can see, there's a lot of choices in the selection panel. Most of it is Rode microphones, but you do have generic condenser and dynamic mics. It even has an SM7B choice, which is not a Rode microphone. Pretty cool, they added that in. We're going to select dynamic for this microphone. Push the check mark. We're going to plug in the AT2005 dynamic mic into line 1.
Okay, this is me talking into the microphone at a good pace. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start picking this thing up, increase the dB until it is well within the green zone, which is what it says here. See, the meter reads within the green area target. So do a couple more there. There you go. Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, and now here we are talking on the microphone at a good. Okay, let's talk normal here. All right, that's normal. Okay, here we are on broadcast, podcast, and neutral. I think maybe broadcast. That's where it started out at, and I think that's where it should go.
Now we're going to set up the AT2020 condenser microphone. Go to the selector and press condenser. Click the check mark. I'm going to plug in the microphone into input number 2.
Test check 1, 2. Okay, this is about where it's going to be. So we're going to go ahead and put the gain up until it gets into the green area like it says. Okay, that looks actually pretty good. Alrighty. Alright, that sounds pretty good to me. Let's go to broadcast. Okay, does broadcast sound a little better? I think it does. How about neutral? Okay, there's neutral. We can't tell a whole lot of a difference, but I think perhaps broadcast does sound a little bit better. But let's try Podcast Studio one more time just to make sure. But yep, I do believe that the broadcast is better.
If you want to save your setups or your audio to the RODECASTER Pro 2, you will have to put in a micro SD card and you will have to format it. And this is how you do it. Once you put in a brand new card, it'll ask you to format it. Go ahead and click Format. Click I'm Sure. Depending on the size of the card, it may take a little while, but you then see a card icon at the top of the screen. Push on it, and it'll show your storage menu just so you can make sure everything was done right. Click the Home button, and that's it. Your initial setup is done. Congratulations.